Alright, here's the update on where we are. We went through the elite reaction movement, exploitation movement, exploitation combat, reaction movement, reaction combat, second strike phase, second supply phase, and then the basic movement and combat phase, and the isolation and surrender phase. So here's where we're at now. All the Baltic nations have been emptied of allied units. All that remains is some clearing rolls. Over here in Warsaw, we have a horribly developing situation. 3 Russian divisions are occupying Warsaw. I have to roll for control there. I thought about counterattacking with the Armored Brigade and the Canadians and the Germans, but it was going to be a 1-2 attack with not very good diral modifiers. And then over here we have the advance by the Russian units. So we're into the reorganization phase. So we're going to go ahead and just go down our list here. So rotate all helicopters to reflect no missions. That's easy. One of the reasons I use these, I can just take them off. Let's see, this Polish helicopter here, rebased. Got the US helicopter here. I think that's it. Alright, what's next? Put this up here. We have air units may rebase, not going to do that. Return air units in their superiority box, you don't have to worry about that. Move units from the flown box to the ready box. So come over here, all these guys just go right up into the ready box. F-35. All the US bombers will become ready. That'll be a welcome change. Move all these guys. I'm just gonna grab these, and I'm not gonna be too clean. I'll fix that later. And then we roll for aborts. So if you look here, if I roll a 2 to a 9, it goes to flown, or 0, 1 is ready. So I'm just gonna roll right on down the line here. Let's see, left to right. Hey, he goes to ready, he goes to flown. 2 go to flown. Flown and ready, that's nice. And the last one goes to flown. We got some non-allied there. Just go to flown. Let's see, those are flown. 2 more for flown. Flown, gotta need zeros for those guys. Not getting any, so they only go to flown. We got the one last Belarusian over there. We'll go to 1, so he goes to flown. There we go. Let's see. All the special forces markers become available again. So we got all these guys. Move them over. Reset our mobile points. So let me grab these tweezers here. We can take their mobile points used marker, put it down to 0. The Allies used 1. Put that down to 0. No tunnel markers, it's Korea only. Conduct clearing operations. Here's what we've been looking for. Let me find that chart. There's something to look at here. So we're going to conduct clearing operations. We're starting the land areas. Notice you need a minimum safe stacking points of 5. So what that means is if you don't have 5 stacking points and you don't clear it, you take a loss, a step loss. If you have 5 stacking points and you don't clear it, you don't clear it, but you don't take a step loss. And then we got all the modifiers here. We'll go through those as we go through. Sorry about that. So let's go ahead and start up here. Tallinn's a flagged area. Of course, it's a 6. But if we clear Tallinn, because there are no allied units, we will clear all those areas and these guys won't have to make a roll. However, with the 6, it's going to make it tough. So we're clearing in Estonia, so that's a -1. It's a flag land area, it's a -2. We do have mechanized infantry, so it's a +1. So we'll be even on ER, so +1. And then difference between stacking points and minimum safe. I have 6 stacking points under there, so it's fine. That can never be a good modifier. It can only be a bad one. So we're going to be a net -1, and you have to roll equal to or over a 6. And if you look there, 7 -1 is a 6. Tallinn is cleared, which means these are automatically cleared as well. We can pop some Russian control markers in there. And then we can come down here. Let's see. Per turn, 2 per turn for non-allied for each island land area. Nope, that's not what we want. Here it is. Capture an enemy-controlled flag land area, 4. And capture an enemy-controlled non-flag land areas, 2. So we have 2, 4, 6. That's 10 VP. Where'd my... So we'll move this up 10. There we go. Take a look at Riga. It's a 4. There's armor in there. But unfortunately it's armor only, no leg. And they're going to be +2 for the difference in ER, but -2 because of the minimum safe stacking. So it's going to be a net 0. Oh, -1 because it's a flagged area. That would be a 0. These guys take a step loss because they're under the minimum safe stacking points and they did not clear the area. So that marker stays. That's going to come off anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and take it off. And then, so again, we'll roll for the flagged area first. Another 6. Yay! Notice this time, though, they're all 5s. So we're going to be -1 for that, -1 for being flagged, -1 for being Lithuania, +1 for infantry, mechanized infantry. So we're going to be a net -2 on that roll. That's not going to be so cool. And it is not. But they do not take a step loss because they have plenty of guys in there. So they'll just stay under that clearing marker. What's really bad is that means these guys have to make a roll of their own. He might be in trouble. So Lithuania is going to be a -1. He's going to be a -2 for the ER difference. And a -3. He's -4 net because he's a mechanized infantry. He can't roll. Or even if he rolls a 9, he's going to be a 5. So we'll just flip his step loss over. And we'll have to get some more troops in there. This guy may be better off. He's +2 for the ER difference. -3 for stacking. +1 for mech. That's even. And then -1 for Lithuania. So unless he rolls really low. Nope, 7. So that's good. Take that clearing marker off. And that's another 2 VP over here. 1, 2. And that's it. So we're going to move over here to the really important ones. We have Warsaw. Let me, sorry for jerking that around a little bit. So here we go. This Hex of Warsaw. Yet another 6. So they're 6s, so that's good. They're going to be even. For urban terrain, turn this around. You need 4 stacking points. They only have 3, so they're going to be -1 for that. And this is the turn of air assault or airborne landing, so they're going to be -1 for that. So they're going to be a net -2 against that 6. Look at that. So these airborne guys are going to take a step loss and not clear that hex. Then we got these guys. 4. So they're going to get a little bit better. They'll be +2 because of ER. They'll be -1 for stacking. So that's a net +1, but that's not installation, that's an airfield. So they'll be fine there. Where was I? So +2 for ER, -1 for stacking. Oh, and then a -1 for turn of airdrop. So there'll be an even roll against the 4. And they rolled 2. The allies are getting a reprieve here. So we're going to flip this. We're going to flip this not hurt guy here. And they stay in there. Go ahead and take that off because that'll come off anyway. That just marked the one mission. And then we have our final Hex of Warsaw. And, oh, look at that. It's a 3. So it's going to be the same net roll as the other guy, except he'll be a +1 because of the extra ER differential. Unfortunately, he rolls a 0. That means this guy takes a step loss. And Warsaw has not fallen yet. Still got a long road to go. Again, I'm just going to take that off because I know it's coming off. We do have some more cities over here. What do we got here? We have a 4. Stacking for a city required is I think 2. 3. But he's got 4 in there, so he's okay. ER's +2, and he's mech and infantry, so he's going to be +3. Needed a 0 to fail, got a 5. There you go. That city is cleared. Put a control marker down. I'm just going to remember I need to add 2 VP for that one. Sorry about that. A 3. I'm just going to roll. It's a really low number. It's an 8. Not worried about it. We know that's under control. Control marker there. And then Bialystok, that's an important one. Unfortunately, I only have 3 stacking points, which is 1 under the minimum safe. So I'm going to be -1. I'm going to be +1 for ER, but then +1 for mech and infantry. And 4 +1 is a 5. They cleared Bialystok, so that was pretty quick. If you don't clear that real fast, it can be an issue. So that's going to be 2-4. We'll take a look at it. We have capture enemy controlled city +2, so that's 2-4, and then enemy controlled urban is another 8 VP for the non-allied side. So we'll just jump him up to 38 there. Next comes Hex Control Changes. I think the only other hex that changes control is this pending control marker down here for that town. So we'll just put a control marker in there. And that's another VP here. And that should be it for that. No chemical support. Remove all detected. I can do that later. Rotate all the HQs. So you saw me taking all that off earlier. Remove all interdiction and the strike markers. So, for instance, well, that's the PPE. That strike marker does not get repaired. That comes into effect during the reinforcement phase, and it's good. But this one flips to the one side. This one comes off. This naval unit made it into the port, so that comes off. This one flips to the one. We've got our armored dies down here with a strike 2. That'll be a strike 1 now. I'll fix that later. I don't think there's strike markers over there. What's under there? Oh, that's. Oh, that is. I need to. Let me go around there. You need to see that. So this guy here, he's an HQ with a strike 1 marker on him. So if we look at our sequence of play, rotate the HQs that bear no strike marker to reflect full. If they have a strike 1, they are rotated to reflect 1 remaining combat. So what happens is this comes off, but you rotate them, or in this case, I'm using these little markers to reflect for the next following turn. He's only got 1 combat capability. This detection marker is going to come off, so I'm just going to take it off. Excuse me, right now. Put that over there. What do we got next? Spend supply points to repair ADF tracks and installations. So we definitely want to do that. That is going to be on your advanced play aid here. So ADF tracks, 2 supply points. You can for 2 supply points you can raise the SAM level or the detection level. For 4 you can raise the AAA level. Notice you can only spend up to 4 on the air defense tracks. So the allies are going to go ahead and spend 4. Now we'll increase that until we come up here. Now we go to 16. And actually, we need to start repairs here. 2, 4. I'm just going to do 3 for now. Oops, those need to be strike 2s. I think I got those over here. So put some strike 2 markers on there. So that costs 2 supply points per base. So that's going to be another 6. And I'm going to use these handy dandy under repair markers that came in the supplement to mark that they're under repair. So what that'll do is let me know if I destroy them again, I don't get VPs. The non-allied player is going to put an S400 on Bornholm. That's their entire play. I'll look it up, but I think it costs 2 supply points for them to do that. But they'll do that, and they can't do anything else. But they're pretty good with that. All right, and the last part of the reorganization phase: checks for holding box airbase destruction effects. So what's going to happen is, because all these NATO boxes have at least a strike 2 marker on them, 2/3 of the planes in the NATO box, 1/3 or 2/3, whichever it is, you can look up the rule, have to move down. And that was the goal for the Russians, is to knock that air superiority down. So I think I'm going to stop there. That's the reorganization phase. I know I kind of ran through it pretty quick, but it's relatively self-explanatory. And then we'll do reinforcements and stuff later. Thanks.